Hey y'all! Pokemon Red using only one Clefairy was very good. So now let's do something that I know I'm gonna hate. This week, I'm gonna try to beat Pokemon Crystal using only one Spinarak. As usual, the rules are I can only use Spinarak in battle, and I can't use any items in battle. By the way, if you like this kind of content and want to see more, be sure to subscribe and check out more of the videos on my channel. Okay, so right away, I gotta come clean. I really didn't ever want to use this Pokemon. Seriously, I am super creeped out by spiders, and the thought of even using one for a Pokemon game is gross. I guess it's technically not a spider because it's only got 6 legs, but hey, if it quacks like a duck and it makes my skin crawl like a duck, it's a duck. Alright, so what are the pros? It gets Sludge Bomb. And what are the cons? It's gross and I hate it. Yeah, that's it. Alright, let's do this. Off at Professor Elm's lab, I used the Universal Pokemon Randomizer to replace Chikorita with Spinarak so that our rival will pick Cyndaquil. You get how this works by now. I want this to be as hard as possible, and Spinarak is weak to fire. Hey, maybe that's where the phrase, kill it with fire, comes from. All I know is, I'm gonna need my stomping shoes for this challenge. Seriously, why do I do this to myself? As if these challenges aren't brutal enough. So, I nicknamed Spinarak after what I want to do to my home every time I see a spider in my house at night. Which is, of course, burn it down. Spinarak starts off with only Poison Sting and String Shot, and then at level 6 it gets Scary Face. Great! 2 moves that lower the opponent's speed. Definitely didn't want a Poison or Bug move that actually does damage. No! We wouldn't want that now, would we? And that's going to be a problem for most of the run. Back at Professor Elm's lab, I made sure to give the police officer our rival's name, Felix? That's right, today we're switching things up and playing as Bubs because I personally wouldn't be caught dead going on a friendly journey with an arachnoid abomination. Heading off to the gym in Violet City, I take on the flying type gym leader Falconer, and yeah, we got completely wrecked. Spinarak has about as much bulk as a hard taco shell. So I went through and cleared out all the trainers in Bellsprout Tower for experience, and even though we double resist the Bellsprout's Vine Whips, it took forever with just Poison Sting. At level 16, and while using a berry for recovery, we're just barely able to survive Falconer's Frenzied Flying Foray to win the badge. Not much else we could have done here besides level up and brute force it, but yeah, I don't want to do that quite yet, even though I know we're probably going to have to do it at some point. After Falconer is Bugsy, the Bug-type gym leader, and at level 17, Spinarak's one redeeming quality came through. It learned Nightshade, which does damage equal to our level, and since we're going to have to level up a lot because of our terrible bulk, Nightshade is going to be our highest damaging move for most of the run. With it, we made pretty quick work of Bugsy, and thank goodness for Nightshade, because otherwise I don't know how we would have gotten past the Rock types and Union Cave. After what was a surprisingly easy gym battle, there's the rival, Felix. Man, that guy sure is tough. And handsome. His Quilava is such a problem though. Ghastly often paralyzes us with Lick, and then Quilava embers us straight into the ground. I had to reset this battle for like half an hour before I got an attempt where we didn't get paralyzed by Lick, and Quilava whiffed a smokescreen. Well, if this is an indicator of things to come, I am very concerned. And rightfully so, because next up is the Goldenrod City Gym with Whitney's Miltank, and this is where the pain really starts to ramp itself up. Her normal types are immune to Nightshade, which would have made this battle so easy, but instead our best option is Dig, which went from 100 base power in Red to only 60 in Crystal. Why? Why would you make it worse? It doesn't make any sense. It's not a good move anyways. Needless to say, Miltank's team rolls are 6-legged freak, so we've got to level up. Okay, at level 31 I try again, and this time I've got the Quick Claw. So here's what's got to happen. Clefairy needs to go down without metronoming something crazy like Fire Blast, and then we got to dig on the tank. 1, because it's our strongest move, and 2, because it helps us dodge the rollouts and break the chain to prevent it from getting stronger. And even then, it milk drinks to recover its HP, and, well, we lose. I lose this battle for over an hour straight before Quick Claw bails us out. On 2 separate occasions, the Quick Claw lets Spinarak dig before Miltank's move, and then doesn't activate while we're underground, meaning Miltank goes first and we dodge. That's basically 2 free digs against the Doja Cow, and I'm glad because I don't want our level getting too high too early. Off in Ecruteak City, I head to the Burnt Tower where I get my strudel toasted once again by Felix. Man, that guy sure is handsome. Okay, focus up. Let's summarize this experience by saying Haunter's Curse is the worst thing that can happen to us, and it happens kind of a lot. It racks up even more damage when we're using Dig to take out the Magnemite. And between Curse and Quilava's Ember, this battle is just awful. Even though we're a much higher level than Felix, I lose this battle for over an hour until we get 2 consecutive first turn Quick Claw activations against the Haunter and Quilava. You know, we're approaching the point in the run where my disgust is outweighed by my frustration. Jeez Louise, I'm starting to think that Ladybum might not have been the worst Pokemon I've ever used in a challenge run before. After that is the Ecruteak City Gym Leader Morty, and for once, this battle was easy. Ha, just kidding, it was horrible! Picture how awful it was beating one Haunter with Curse, and now realize that Morty has like 4 of them? I may not have any sponsors, so instead, today's video was brought to you by Quick Claw. You have to remember that Spinarak has one of the worst speed stat in the game, and without the ability to go first, it's almost impossible to make it through this battle without taking a curse, which ends things almost immediately. I'm not happy with the amount of luck required to make this stupid bug work, but after spending 2 hours trying to beat Morty, yeah, I'm not gonna sweat it. I don't care. I don't want to do this anymore. I didn't want to do this in the first place. But one of you clowns left it in the comments, so here I am. After beating up Bandana Boy, I head to Mahogany Town so I can take care of the Team Rocket hideout there. And normally I'd try to go beat Chuck first, but once Team Rocket is gone from Mahogany Town, I can get the TM for Sludge Bomb, which is undeniably Spinarak's strongest attack. And now that we finally have some decent firepower, I'm able to beat Price, the Ice-type gym leader, on the first try. Despite the fact that I'm a dingus and I clicked the wrong moves a couple times. But when you actually have a decent move and you are a higher level, you would think there'd be some room for error, instead of every single battle being a statistical anomaly that you have to reset for 815,000 friggin' times. Is that an exaggeration? I don't know. To me, kind of feels like I'm underplaying the amount of frustration required to beat this game with a friggin' Spinarak. And by the time I get to Chuck at the Cianwood City Gym, Spinarak is overleveled and Sludge Bomb makes quick work of his team, which is great because this challenge has been exhausting thus far. What makes it even worse is that I did this challenge without access to my regular setup, and unfortunately, I didn't have the ability to speed up the gameplay. That's right, I've been doing all this in real time, you know, like a crime against humanity. Thankfully, the battle with Jasmine at the Olivine City Gym is actually not bad for once. Dig is able to knock out the Magnemites before they can paralyze us because they're double weak to ground, and Nightshade makes quick work of the Steelix thanks to her higher level. One little tech here though, I use one dig on Steelix before using Nightshades to keep it out of Hyper Potion range. Otherwise, Jasmine heals Steelix and then we get knocked out because her Iron Tails do way too much damage. And if it seems like Nightshade is overpowered, don't worry, that's only going to take us so far, and believe me, the suffering will continue. I promise! In the Team Rocket Radio Tower anime arc, we take on the rival Felix in the basement underground, and I gotta say, it's good to see him again. Something about that guy I just really enjoy. On the other hand, I had to reset this battle, not several times, not several hours, many hours, which is a problem, because the only Pokemon on his team that poses any kind of problem is the Golbat. Confuse Ray is frustrating, but once we're past it, the rest of his team goes down without a real fight. Yes, of course it helps that we're at a higher level, but remember that anytime a Pokemon gets over-leveled in this game, it means it's probably very bad. And oftentimes, level 100 will not be that helpful compared to the final boss Red, who's level 80-ish and has really good Pokemon. And we're level 50 pretty much, and we're not even halfway through the game, so take that with a grain of salt and make of that what you will. Foreshadowing is foreshadowing, but more on that later. For now, the last Johto Gym leader, the Dragon Leader Claire, yeah, her Dragonairs are programmed to spam Thunder Wave, so I give Spinarak a Paralyzed Cure Berry to help, but this battle's still, you know, frustrating. Sludge Bomb is a damage roll to knock out Dragonair, meaning they often survive with just a few little HP left and get multiple chances to Thunder Wave Spinarak. They also attack too, you know. So it takes about an hour before I'm able to get to the Kingdra with full health, mostly thanks to this game's built-in 25% miss chance for opposing trainer status moves. Thank God for that too, because otherwise I would have just deleted this video. Spinarak needed full HP to survive 2 Surfs from Kingdra, so yeah, this one was really bad, and I don't want to do it again, so let's move on! Before the Elite Four, we traverse Victory Road to take on our rival Felix one last time. And you might think this one would be easy considering our level, but don't let his devilish good looks distract you. His Pokemon being fully evolved heavily outweighs our extra levels. Seriously, between Confuse Ray from Golbat and Flame Wheel from Typhlosion, this one was a drag. And even worse than walking into an unseen spiderweb. And this was yet another important battle where I just have to reset over and over and over just to waste hours before getting that one perfect battle where we just barely win. Oh, I'm starting to lose all my patience, folks! Boy oh boy, I can't wait until the Elite Four! Speaking of which, here are the stats and moves. Yeah, the moveset is still pretty lackluster, and the stats are just straight up whacktastic. Also, just look at this stupid thing. Ugh, so gross. I can't wait to be done with this challenge. Ladybug was awful, but at least it wasn't absolutely disgusting. Up first is the Elite Four Will, and let's be frank, Spinarak is awful. Will is the Psychic type trainer, and we're a Poison type, and at our level, Sludge Bomb is once again a damage roll, even on his more frail Pokemon. And don't even get me started on the Slowbro. Without Quick Claw, this battle would literally be impossible. And you can see in this, which was the best of all my attempts, we couldn't even get past the Zatus. Nothing else we can really do here, besides go and level up. Oh. So, after several hours of real-time grinding, here are the stats, and they're barely different. I definitely don't feel like I just wasted a significant amount of my finite lifespan for a friggin' bug. The only real change now is that the damage roll and the Zatus are guaranteed to 1-hit KO. But we still need the Quick Claw to go off more often than not to avoid getting destroyed by Psychic, which is a roll of the dice. Once again I have to reset in real time over and over and over and over until we get both of the Quick Claw pops against both Zatu, and also Slowbro doesn't just click Psychic. Yeah, that happened a couple times. Pretty demoralizing to get the 1% double Quick Claw pop, just for Slowbro to dunk on us anyways. Don't look at me with that stupid smile, you stupid Slowbro. I don't even want to talk to you right now. With a tremulous grasp on my sanity, we move on to take on Koga, and this battle is yet another example of how frustrating this challenge is. His Pokemon are decently bulky, and they love to spam evasion moves like Double Team and Minimize. I need something besides Sludge Bomb to deal with these poison types, so I teach Return to Spinarak, and thanks to the fact that 1. Dig got nerfed to 60 base power, and 2. Whitney's Badge Boost gives a boost to normal moves, Return is basically just as strong as a super effective Dig at this point. Plus, I don't have to burrow underground, giving Koga extra turns to set up evasion. And yet, this is another battle where I have to reset a ton and waste hours of my life just trying to get an improbable win. And here are the problems. 1. His Pokemon spam evasion moves, and we miss a lot. Not much we can do about that. Plus, 2. Fortress has Explosion, which blasts Spinarak straight into the Shadow Realm. We can try to dodge with Dig, but a lot of times it goes for spikes, and then we just come up and get blasted on the next turn anyways. So, we just pray to the gods of mercy, and use Nightshade, and return, and hope for the best. And I don't even want to hear anyone in the comments saying, oh, why don't you show us all the battles where you lost? No, there's not enough time for that. Unless you want this video to be, I don't know, 65 hours long. I don't know why this has to be so frustrating, but next up is Bruno, and he won't be bad, right? Wrong! This battle is frustrating, but hey, not as bad as the last two, thankfully. Bruno's got 2 Pokemon with Rock Slide, which is super effective on our little Buglet. So basically this entire thing comes down to 1. Does Onix miss Rock Slide? 2. Does Machamp miss Rock Slide? And 3. Do I continue? Because I kind of don't want to. I kind of want to just give up and call it a day and never release this video, but obviously here we are, so I'm an insane person, clearly. I say that, but oddly enough on the battle where we finally win, Bruno actually hits both of his Rock Slides, but he gets such low damage rolls that we managed to survive anyways and win the battle, which I guess could have been remedied by just getting a few more levels before entering the Elite Four. But grinding is awful with Spinarak, and I do not want to have to go through Will and Koga once again. I'm really just kind of hoping that I can squeeze a win out and not have to deal with the Elite Four anymore. But that was foolish. I should have just leveled up more from the beginning, but more on that later. For now, we beat Bruno, and get ready to take on the Dark-type Elite Four member Karen, which, I mean, it wasn't that bad, but this battle would have been so much easier if only Spinarak could just learn a decent bug move. Heck, even Fury Cutter would have been great, but for some reason, Spinarak can't learn it, which is ironic because my Fury is growing and growing. Seriously, besides Heracross, it's like Game Freak wants bug types to be intentionally, laughably bad. So yeah, this is another one of those battles where we have to reset dozens of times just for the one time when Umbreon misses a Sand Attack or Confuse Ray, and oh yeah, then we need a Quick Claw activation against the Houndoom, because otherwise, Flamethrower roasts us faster than a marshmallow stuck directly into hot coals. You know the song though. Buglets roasting on an open fire. Don't worry though, Karen is super chill and paralyzes our Spinarak with Stun Spore. Oh wait, no, that's actually bad and totally not chill at all, my mistake. So yeah, we need to not be fully paralyzed enough times to hit enough moves to knock out her Gengar and Murkrow before Curse takes us out, which happens most of the time. This took so long, I could have literally watched The Lord of the Rings Return of the King in the amount of time it took for me to win this battle. Wait, that movie's got a giant spider in it too. Why do I keep doing this to myself? Last up is the champion battle with Lance, and remember earlier when I said I should have probably just leveled up? Yeah, this is the point in the run where I pay for my hubris. We're only level 68, and that's not high enough to make up for our awful stats and lack of damage output in bulk. It's kind of a lose-lose situation for me though. I try to do these challenges using Power Ranger rules, only powering up whenever absolutely necessary. Plus, grinding takes forever. Plus, even when I do, there's always someone in the comments saying, "It's no fun when Video Man makes level big." Bleh. Anyways, Lance's Pokemon are just way too strong, so I have no choice. At this level, I hardly ever even make it past the Aerodactyl, and the one time I did, we immediately got wrecked by Charizard's Flamethrower. I'm sad to say, but there's nothing left to do but grind, and 5 agonizing levels later, and 1 excruciating Elite Four run, and we're back. We regularly get to the Charizard, but even with Rock Slide misses and Rain Dance weakening Flamethrower, it's just not enough. So back to the grind again. Yet another 5 agonizing levels, and a slightly easier Elite Four run, and we're back. Still, it's not going much better, and on my best attempt we just barely managed to get past Lance's level 50 Dragonite, just for one of the other two to immediately knock us out. Oh my god, please make it stop, I don't want to do this anymore. So this time, I decided to just go for broke, and I grind out 10 more levels, because if I can't do it at this level, I'm just quitting. And I would like to remind everyone that I don't have speed up for this run, and I had to do this grind in real time. Those 20 levels were excruciating, and I suffered for each and every one of them, just like I suffer for each and every one of you. Despite all of this, and despite grinding out 20 levels, I'm still struggling. And in fact, the only reason we're even able to beat him here, despite being paralyzed by Thunder Wave, is because we not only dodge a Blizzard, but the Quick Claw pops at the very last moment to clutch out the victory from the stinky jaws of defeat. And with the Elite Four defeated, we've made our way to the Hall of Fame, but the run's not over yet. I'm always going to consider beating Trainer Red as the true ending to the challenge, unless a Pokemon is just impossibly bad, and full disclosure, I did contemplate quitting this one. Kinda hard. I took one look at Red's team and levels and thought, yeah, no way. But against my better judgment, I soldiered on anyways. So, after the Hall of Fame, we head on over to beat up all the Kanto gym leaders, and then make our way to the Viridian City Gym to take on the final gym leader, Blue. And by the time I reach Blue, Spinarak is almost level 100, so I go ahead and use the last of our rare candies just to get us all the way there. No point in beating around the bush and trying to beat Blue at a lower level when I already know we'll need max level for Red. Besides, we actually kinda need it here anyways. Rhydon wrecks our Arachnid with Rock Slide, and Alakazam slams our Spider with Psychic. And, despite our level, Spinarak can't take both of those hits without getting knocked out. So yeah, it's not until Rhydon misses a Rock Slide that we're able to win. And it's a good thing too that Arcanine comes out before Alakazam. Because if Alakazam were first, our health would be low enough for Arcanine's extreme speed to have a chance to take us out. I mean, can't complain, I'll take what I can get at this point. I am at the absolute limits of my sanity with this one. Yeah, Ladybug was also incredibly frustrating, but I am literally grossed out by using this stupid spider, so this challenge is really taking a toll. I mean, come on, we're already maxed out on our level, and we're having this much trouble with Blue, and Red's Pokemon are like 20 levels stronger! I don't want to do this anymore. Alright, red alert. Final battle time, let's go over the problems. Pikachu outspeeds and uses Charm, and since we're a physical attacker, makes the battle impossible. Snorlax can also paralyze us with Body Slam, and most attempts I don't even get to Venusaur where the true battle begins. It sets up Sunny Day for Charizard, and yeah, we can't survive a Sun-boosted Flamethrower, so I have to use Attract and Swagger to not only stall for Leftover's recovery to make sure we're at full health, but also knock out Venusaur perfectly the exact same turn that the sun fades away. This is where it gets ridiculous. Flamethrower is a damage roll for Spinarak to survive, at which point we use Attract. Then we need enough luck between Swagger Confusion, Attract Immobilization, and Dig Dodges to stall for leftovers to get us all the way back to full health before knocking out Charizard. Oh, and by the way, if it lands a single attack during the process, we lose. We can't survive another flamethrower, and his wing attack is boosted by Swagger, meaning we literally need the most perfect chain of events for this to occur. This not only takes a ridiculous amount of attempts to get the right luck, but the actual process also takes a long time. Literally, by the time I successfully knock out the Charizard for the first time with full health, my hands were shaking with nerves. We need full health to survive Psychic, which is a damage range, and at least we can damage Espeon with Dig, but even after all that, there's still Blastoise. This was the only attempt where I was able to get to Espeon with full health and survive as Psychic. And turns out Blastoise isn't DTF, as it breaks through Attract, lands a Surf, and my heart sinks as we just barely survive on one single HP. 1 point between me and utter defeat. Legitimately, had Spinarak not survived that hit, I would have quit. I would have just called it quits, and we would have been done, because that was the most ridiculous battle I have ever been a part of. And with that, yeah, the challenge is over, but this was, hands down, the worst thing I have ever done for the sake of YouTube. And this is not a joke. This was worse than beating Red with Lediba. This was worse than beating Agatha with Bide in the Scyther video, which please go check that out if you haven't. And on a scale of 1 to 10, with 10 being the most painful, I rate this challenge a colonoscopy out of 10. Spinarak is absolute trash. It was somehow worse than Lediba. But at least Lediba's cute. This thing is a friggin' nightmare, and I'm sure it'll haunt my dreams for years to come. Legitimately, that red battle took me more time to beat than it took me to do my last 4 challenge runs combined. Good lord, this one almost broke me. Okay. Well, as always, I want to thank you for making it to the end of this video. Normally, these videos are a lot of fun, but this one was just a ridiculous amount of work and frustration, so I really do appreciate it. There's a playlist on my channel where you can find the rest of my Pokemon Challenge videos if you want to check those out as well. And please, please, I need the love. I need all the love I can get. And if you like this kind of content and want to see more, subscribe and enable notifications so you'll know right away the next time one of these episodes is uploaded. And let me know in the comments what other Pokemon you want to see, and I'll probably do it. Next week, I'm going to try to beat Pokemon Crystal using only one Miltank. Got milk? Got beef? Got steak? Got cheese? Alright, I'm clearly losing my mind. Anyways, until next time,